Better? All right. So, one of my best pals got me this Wolverine book, and I finished it yesterday instead of streaming. And I don't know, it's really cool. So, Weapon X, it's not like a normal comic book. Like, it's actually like a little artsy fartsy, I guess, sort of. Everything's really detailed. Like, look at Wolvie all hooked up. Isn't that cool? Yeah, the cover, I really like the cover art. It's pretty good. It's manly with all his chest hair. But it's not like, you know, your typical comic book where like it's a bunch of scantily clad ladies with like their boobs hanging out, skin tight clothing. It's just like very I don't know, dark and gritty. Not even like dark and gritty, just kind of, it is kind of colorful considering the subject matter. But it's like, you know, Wolverine getting abducted and then getting his bones all shot up with adamantium for the Weapon X program. But okay, so spoiler alert, I guess. They like, so they pump him full of adamantium, and they talk about like experimenting on people and all that, right? And I don't think he actually. Okay, so what they do is they stick him on a bear, right? They're like, here, we're gonna have Wolverine fight this bear. So he fights this bear. He just chops the bear's head off. Oh yeah, here we go. I flipped right to it. And it's real easy. He's just like, easy, get this bear out of my face, right? And then they're like, we gotta like run him through a real simulation. So then they like have a simulation where Wolverine just kind of breaks out, right? And he kills all the guards. He like slashes everybody's limbs off and all this stuff. And then he goes after the professor that made him or whatever, essentially. And then Wolverine finishes like murdering everyone. Oh shit, look at this, look at this. Just the wild hair is too good. So Wolverine like murders the main scientist that kills him, right? And then it goes into like a dream sequence where he's like finding himself or whatever. Logan. He tosses the
Swiss cheese.
Yeah, he tosses the mad scientist's body into the incinerator and lights him on fire. And then he goes into a dream sequence and he tries to find himself or whatever. And then spoiler alert, cut the stream if you're going to read this. Then you find out that whole thing, him breaking out and murdering everyone, was just a simulation in his head. It's just like, it's a fake thing. It wasn't even real. He murdered like everyone, and then like, oh, psych, that was a test. And then he goes outside, and there's like a Siberian tiger he's got to fight, right? And it's like an involved fight. He almost gets his guts slashed out, dick chopped off because he's still naked outside in the snow. But then they're like, oh, surprise, the everything else was just a fake simulation. Now the tiger was a real test. And then he breaks out of his mind control and actually murders everyone after he takes out the tiger. But yeah, this comic book, I don't know, I read it a really long time ago. I checked it out from the library. Which obviously means you passed. Yeah. No, they were testing, like, they wanted to see how brutal he was, and they wanted to see like who he went after, and he only showed mercy to like a female assistant that was pleading for mercy in the simulation. But then when he got out the second time, like when he got out IRL, he murdered the shit out of her. He's just like, fuck you. Yeah, I don't know, it's funny. But I don't know, this Weapon X collection, so I read the first one right when I was younger, but then it also has, I like Lady Deathstrike. There's like a Lady Deathstrike comic here at the end. Yeah, Lady Deathstrike. It's cool. I only know anything about Deathstrike from the 90s cartoon because I really like that episode. It's cool. Yumiko. Oh, and yeah, fun fact. So they don't actually use the word snicked until the bonus comics. Like I didn't realize it. The whole original comic doesn't have that sound effect anywhere in it. Nowhere. It's only until you get to the bonus comics. You get your goofy Wolverine sound effects. But yeah, so he fights Lady Deathstrike. And so he beats her, and then he shows mercy so she can live in her own misery. I don't know. Yeah, Wild Hair Logan I think is my favorite. Just like, I don't know. Why didn't they do that for Akuma in Street Fighter? Why didn't they just give him like Wolverine's crazy hair? That would have been better than the sunflower Akuma hair. Oh wait, these panels are kind of nice. That's the cover art, and then this one, I like this one. That one's pretty good. The strategy in the simulation for the scientists was to aim for the mind control power packs, and I think Wolverine just got lucky and they didn't get shot off. But yeah, and there's some black and white sketches here at the end. Hold on. I think I very briefly flipped through these cover illustrations. This one's kind of cool. The one on your right. Yeah, no, the art's pretty nice at the end. They just put a bunch of covers. This panel, which is like flinging people around. That's pretty funny. Cyclops. What a goofball. Gene! Scott! Gene! There's some Deadpool covers in here. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's it. I think I was only disappointed that he didn't say bub once. There were 0 bubs. 0 bubs out of 10. But overall, yeah, I liked it. I like the Lady Deathstrike comic was pretty good too, because it had the same artist that the Weapon X. You got the Wolverine one. All right. Appropriate. Yeah, I don't know. 10 out of 10. Would read again. Thank you, Rich. Very enjoyable. All right, that's my Weapon X book review. Cut it, edit it, send it to print.